As I always say, you're never too old to learn. I mean, the day you die is the day you stop learning. So, it's just have a learning spirit, and I think that just helps you go far in life. It's The Conversation on Tier West Television Network, and as always, The Conversation comes to you every weekday. That's Monday to Friday from Abuja, that's Nigeria's capital city. And my name is Adesu Alsui.
And my name is Sagir Ibrahim. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
How are you doing, Sagir?
I'm doing really great. I like the combination. I love your nails and how it matches with your dress.
You see, I'm getting better at
And the
this
glasses, as a matter of fact. It's not the glasses is not giving me an Amotekun vibe.
Wow. Okay. All right, let's move straight into the show, shall we? Let's start with stories and happenings from across Africa. And we'll be beginning with Burkina Faso, where 10 civilians were killed in an attack on Monday morning, that's yesterday, by unidentified armed men in northern Burkina Faso, and 4 others were missing, a government and security source said. According to the sources, the armed men attacked the group of civilians as they were driving in their carts to market in the town of Makoye in Burkina Faso Sahel Reserve that borders Mali and Niger and is overrun by Islamist militants.
Away from Burkina Faso to Uganda, the Ugandan government made extensive cuts of 203.4 billion shillings out of 555 from its ministries, departments and agencies budgets for 2021-2022 current financial year. The measure, according to Ramatan Gubi, the Finance Permanent Secretary and Secretary to the Treasury, is taken to cut down the wasteful spending and redirect the available finances into areas that will resuscitate the COVID-19 battered economy.
And that's what I call thinking for the betterment of the country.
Yeah.
Witnessing updates from across Africa. And when we come back, we'll be delving straight into the big story.
You're still watching The Conversation on your digital first Pan-African News Network, TOS Television. And as always, you could be part of the conversation by connecting with us on our various social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at TOS TV Network. You could also watch the conversation via our website at www.tostvnetwork.com, as well as via YouTube at TOS TV Network. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It is the big story segment of the conversation, and today's focus is going to be on high-rise building collapse, the causes and the effects. Joining us to discuss this, among other issues, is an environmentalist who joins us via telephone, Mr. Moses Paul. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. So, sir, we are well aware of what happened yesterday in the Ikoyi axis of Lagos State, where a couple of persons have been trapped currently. So, I just want to get your reaction, firstly, on that event.
Yeah, the 21-story building under construction that collapsed at the Girard Road, Ikoyi, yesterday. It's very pathetic, and it's something that this is not the first time this is happening, and it is so sad because again, this is another symptom of the very dangerous root causes that bedeviled our nation, and it is sad, that we are having to discuss this morning again in 21st century Nigeria, where coupled with all the other things that are happening, and you would expect that something to do with building, that by now we should not be bedeviled with corrupt and practices that are supposed to be professional and coherent in terms of the different stages, of development, and also given the backdrop because this particular building that collapsed is supposed to be an iconic building, so it is very sad that so many things that should be handled professionally in this country are still are taken with levity, for those who don't know, you would wonder there are at least 7 different, how do you put it now, 7 different professionals, bodies that are supposed to be responsible, coupled with the government agency, like we have in Abuja, for example, we call them the development control, the FCDA, who is supposed to, together with these professional bodies, ensure every process, stage by stage, step by step, procedural, professional adherence to whatever it's supposed to do for any building and any structure. Much more so an iconic building like the Ikoyi building that came down. So it's really sad, it's pathetic, and it feels so bad to be discussing this, really.
All right, so in the past, we've had incidences of building collapses still in Lagos State. One would expect that the Lagos State government would try to ensure a strict adherence to the building code, as well as carry out structural integrity tests on some of these buildings to, at least to a large extent, prevent tragedies of such nature. But then we are seeing from 2016 to even 2018 and probably 2019, we've witnessed a couple of building collapses that have led to the one that's happened yesterday, unfortunately, where we have around 50 people trapped. So do you think that the Lagos State government, as well as structural engineers, are not playing their part to ensure that these tragedies are averted?
Yeah, it's what we are saying. It's the level of corruption that is going on. This is what we are. I mean, if you look at even before the plans are approved, there is the services of land surveyors, geotechnical engineering that is even supposed to take place to look at the EIA of the environment in the first place, and like I mentioned, several other professional bodies who should also should have come to place, who are supposed to monitor every stage for a building like this, going through what we have in terms of the levels of professional monitoring in the construction industry that we have. It is almost like a sin for something like this to happen. It should not happen. If all the bodies that have been empowered and duly registered professionals do their due diligence, in following the step-by-step, this should not happen. This is a symptom. This is showing exactly the rot in the governing structure of the country. It is showing that the government comes out to just do lip services, but never truly do what they are supposed to do. This is what it's showing. This should never happen.
Okay. Right. Thank you so much.
I was going to ask you, in 1 minute, who do you think should be held responsible for the neglect, for the collapsed building?
Exactly the point I'm making, that the people that there are levels. This shouldn't even happen for an iconic building because, like I said, there are different, at least 7 professional bodies who are supposed to undertake and supervise. We're talking about from the design to the layout to every step and structure of the building. So everybody must be held accountable. All the government agencies, from the land offices, everybody must be held accountable.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Moses Paul, for joining in on the conversation this morning. And by extension, that's it for the conversation this morning. Remember, the conversation comes to you weekdays, Mondays to Fridays on your digital first Pan-African News Network, TOS Television. And you could be part of the conversation by connecting with us across our various social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at TOS TV Network. You could also watch the conversation via our website at www.tostvnetwork.com, as well as via YouTube at TOS TV Network. Please subscribe. As always, my name is Sagir Ibrahim.
And my name is Adeswa. So thank you so much for joining us on the show this morning, and always remember to stay safe.